Welcome to the Charles Carroll Society. I'm your host, the self-appointed bard of the American Redoubt. I just wanted to make a quick video and give you my feeling about the recent EU elections. I wanted to do the same thing for South Africa, but as you see, things got really busy, and we had that really critical and brilliant interview with Brittany Pettibone. So I was working on that, getting that lined up. But I think there is enough information that we have now. It appears that the more nationalistic, right-wing and Eurosceptic parties seem to have done pretty well in the election. They didn't do as well as some of the polls had suggested. A lot of the center and moderate parties seem to have also done, especially from Germany. They didn't do so well, so the Greens did well. National Front, which I think is called like the National Revival Party of France, the Le Pen party, did basically about the same. That's may not be as good, but it also may not be as bad because, well, they did about the same last time. However, there's a lot more people who voted. They said the voter participation overall is higher. The UKIP party really failed. Tommy Robinson lost, and formerly of the English Defence League. It's unfortunate he lost so badly. The left and the progressives are going to be dancing and cheering that for a while, so we all are going to have to just deal with that. Also, Carl Benjamin, aka Sargon of Akkad, also did not win, and essentially the UKIP party leader appears to have lost his seat. So as far as I can understand, the UKIP party is gone. It's replaced by UKIP 2.0, which is now the BREXIT party, which won a huge amount of seats. So there are literally people who are trying to suggest that they need a second referendum. It appears that the BREXIT party, their Conservative party, and the Tories, I don't understand really quite the difference between the Tories and the Conservatives, but it seems that these guys have people in them who don't want to leave, and they're going to have to leave. So hopefully Boris, or a strong person who wants to leave, will become prime minister, and hopefully he will. And I hope that the British people and the British establishment does not, handcuff him with, you've got to promise that you will not have a no-deal Brexit, because he's got to go into negotiations with the globalists of the EU, and if they know that there's a stopgap, then they'll just give you another terrible deal. So the only way to get a good deal on Brexit is to make sure that you're willing and able to go to the wall. So hopefully they don't handcuff him. Hopefully Boris can become one of the people who are very strong on the independence of Britain, because I'm a nationalist. I believe in national borders. I believe peace is through a strong national entities. So a lot of people do. So it wasn't great news I see some people in here cheering like it's the greatest news. It wasn't the worst news. There is a lesson here to be learned. I am still thinking through it and still reading and still trying to understand what we're seeing. There is a lesson, though. There is an absolute lesson to be learned. While the UKIP went away, Brexit succeeded. So there's in one way, if you pitch nationalism in a certain way, it seems that people don't want to vote for that. But if you pitch nationalism in another way, like the Brexit party did, people seem to vote for that. So also up in the Scandinavian countries, one of their big party leaders didn't make it. He lost. They had 4 seats previously. They have 0. The Freedom Party in Austria also lost several seats, and the Alternative for Germany didn't do as well as expected. And the Green Party, which I guess in America would be considered the hard left, seemed to have done very well. So once again, there is a lesson. One lesson that I'm already picking up is that if you do nationalism and right-wing politics in one way, you seem to win. If you do right-wing politics in a different way, you seem not to win. So I think that we all should try to learn what they're. I really wish Sargon of Akkad, who put everything on the line. I mean, I think his YouTube channel was demonetized, which is his main source of income, which is unfortunate. He's really hopefully going to fight that battle and get that back. I wish he would put out a lessons learned and what he could have done better. That's the only way you can grow. I wish Tommy Robinson did the same. And I wish some of the more nationalistic parties, because over here in the United States, we only can see from outside and generally through media, and you can't trust it. So we only can know so much. So I wish some of these guys would put out some lessons learned so we can understand it. One of the reasons I watched the South Africa and the European Union and the right-wing and left-wing politics is because something that actually I never really occurred to me. I think it occurs to us now. I think you guys are the first ones to understand this. And sorry about that, having technical difficulties. But I think one of the things that just is critical is that to come to find out that and the truth of the matter is this battle for nationalism and local control over your country and your culture and your heritage is a global fight. I don't know if any of us really realized that. Did you? I didn't realize that. I don't think I understood how global the fight is. It seems that the globalists are running the same playbook almost everywhere you go. So I think it's a very interesting thing to understand that this is a globalist fight. So anyway, I just wanted to say a quick update on the European Union. There is some good news, but I think the big takeaway for me so far is that the left-wing parties, what we would consider far left, I believe, in the United States, are doing very well. And the, I say, more far-right parties seem to have been holding their own or growing, and the center cannot hold. The moderate, going back and forth, I think there's certain data, at least at this point, that suggests that the center cannot hold. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I now have a new subscribe star over there. We accept even $1 a month. Chip in, costs you less than a coffee. And but if everyone who watches these videos would chip in, we would be able to keep up and kind of grow this small outlet. Thank you very much. Viva Cristo Rey, Viva Cristo Rey, Viva Cristo Rey y the Virgin Guadalupe.